going to be banding one of our groups of Partridge Chantecler chickens today, so we thought we'd share it. Yeah. Here we go. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We've done this before. Not on video before, though. Have we, Chris?
The band.
Doesn't really show it very well. So this is our first task of the day. You can't really see them due to lighting, but in our crate here are Phoebe's babies who need banding.
They aren't really babies anymore. They're getting pretty big.
You'll see them much better when they're out in the light.
They basically, they just sleep in there. They pretty much have run of everything.
Free range.
Free range, literally, for the day. But we're getting big, so basically what we do to keep track of lines and lineages in our poultry is we just use little plastic zip ties.
Get them at Princess Auto.
Yeah, Princess Auto here, and we get different colors, so we're going to make this group an orange line, kind of a pseudo line. It may have some different parentage in there, but we're okay with that. Still all Partridge Chantecler.
Yeah.
Anyways, the one thing about doing this, like, we don't put them on actual chicks because they're growing too fast. Kind of once they get around 15 to 20 week mark, give or take.
Yeah.
They're big enough, their legs are big enough that we can put this on.
Well, these guys now are approaching 4 months.
So they're getting pretty close to that 20 week mark,
Yeah.
which... so anyways, the one thing I will say about these, they work well for us. We can do different color combinations. Sometimes we put like a gray band on if we know, oh, that was a really good broody hen. But you do have to check them. So we check them a couple times a year when we're handling and whatnot. And roosters, like, we'll ban these roosters now. By the time, I forget how many roosters there are, but by the time we get to the point that we butcher the extra ones, we'll probably readjust the one. If we keep one, he would have to have his readjusted because he'll get pretty big. So we got our 6 bands, and hopefully this goes well. Just try to grab one out at a time, and they're probably not going to like this.
They want out. So, quick demonstration. Chris grabs from back legs, tucks head. We always band mum on the right, bird's right leg.
Yeah.
This year, because we moved to a new property and such, we're actually just banding mum legs this year.
So see, one thing, I'm not going to demonstrate it in the mall, but we usually do it a little loose so that it obviously can't come off, but there's still some room to grow there because this is a younger rooster. We don't tend to find there's a lot of them. They don't catch them on stuff very often. In fact, I don't think we've ever had that happen.
No, we have had bands come off over time because they do get sun and weather.
They'll break them.
That's why we need to check them. We always are checking.
Just take the nail clippers.
We're always checking their legs for leg mites, things like that. So that's when you would obviously check bands, make sure everything is good.
Of course, it's not going to cut. Oh, relax, bud. Almost done.
And that's
So there's
it.
his band. So now we know he's an orange. And
Freedom!
he's done. That's it for the day.
He will be outside clucking and happy and not even know he's got it on. As you can see, they're getting quite big already. See, he's pecking at it. He's not sure, but he'll get over it fast.
Yeah, they forget about them pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. We'll do the rest of them.
Do the rest of them. These birds are from Phoebe, our, as we fondly call her, our house bird. Oh, that one's an escapee. Tomorrow. Phoebe was one of our hens that, as a chick, got very picked on by, was it the mum bird? Was it a mum bird or the other chicks?
It was basically all
Everybody picked on her. And she was very damaged. We brought her in the house, me and the kids, and we thought she was not going to make it, and she fondly did. Fondly did doesn't make sense. And she did. And we had her in the house for probably 3 months while she healed, and she just became super friendly. And so far, all her offspring have somewhat carried that trait. They're not super handleable, but they don't run away from you, and you can catch them. There's one of the hens.
band.
There she is.
I will put her down. And she's done.
He's already somewhat protective of them, eh? Did you see him kind of not liking what you were doing?
No.
Not in a nasty way, just...
No. That's one thing we've noticed. I've noticed. Oh, I know. Terrible.
Noticed we need to get new
pair
nail
of these.
clippers.
These ones from the house? Or these
Yeah,
ones?
those are the ones from the house.
There wasn't one in the gun. Anyways, there'll be something to buy. Another pet or pair of clippers. Often we do this at night, but they're quieter.
Yeah. Most of the poultry stuff we tend to do at night. When,
Chickens.
yeah.
It doesn't work when ducks and geese don't work so well that way, but chickens do. They're very docile at night. You're actually the best one of the bunch.
He's a keeper.
You can see on his back, he's, I don't know how well you can see it, but he's starting to transition into his adult coloring. Go, bud.
2 more. It's kind of like one of those clown things at the circus where how many clowns come out of the car. This crate has been their crate since they were chicks, pretty much.
I know. It's horrible. It's such a horrible thing to have happen.
So currently we have sort of 4 lines of the Partridge Chanteclers. Because we will have green, yellow, purple, orange, and black. I guess the yellow is sort of amalgamated with the black now.
Sort of.
So
Last one. Get you out of there.
basically we keep them in lines to keep track of genetics. Right?
Yeah, it's just, well, I don't know if what we do really, we can explain that later, but really fits the true definition of line or not, depending on who you talk to, but yeah, see, you're not so bad. But it's just to keep enough genetic diversity that you're not, it's that proverbial balance between inbreeding and outcrossing. So we've kind of made the choice to stick with the Partridge Chantecler as a breed, and sort of, rather than have, we have a lot of chickens, but rather than have a lot of different kinds of chickens, we just have a lot of one kind of chicken, which allows us to keep a bit more diversity within the same breed. Because that's kind of how we do everything.
Yeah, almost all of our animals are that way.
There you go.
And that's them done. Happily
Pretty much
digging around in their stall. Well, it's not their stall. They kind of go in stalls outside everywhere.
But anyways, on to the next thing.